and had a couple of choices for the word, daily word for the spiritual evening live event here that I couldn't decide between surrender and trust. Anyway, we're going to choose trust just to have a word. But before I talk about anything, I just want to take a deep breath and hope you'll join me. We breathe in through our nose, hold, and then exhale. And when we breathe in, we bring in all the goodness that God has to offer. And then when we exhale all that um, black anger or fear, whatever's dug up inside you that you've been collecting all week, and just blow it out. So let's take a deep breath in, hold, and out. So it's not to escape what's happening in the world, but to come back to our bodies and be in this moment. There's a lot of chaos going on. As many of you know, we're at war. Not going to rant and rave about it tonight. There's a lot going on, a lot of noise, a lot of fear, and a lot of opinions. And opinions are what usually gets me tangled up, because if you don't have the same opinion as me, I get all messed up. But I want to be really clear, this is not going to be a political conversation, and it's not an analysis by any means. And it's not my hot take. It's Spiritual Sunday. When I hear about war, especially something like what's happening in Iran, most of us, or most of what gets stirred up isn't knowledge. It's my nerves, my nervous system, my reaction, how I react to things. Even if I'm not directly affected, or your body feels it. So if you're like me, and you're not directly affected by it, your body still gets tense or upset. It's like my mind jumps into a mode of trying to fix it, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's uncertain, loss of control, and then that old fear wakes up. It's not weakness, it's just me being human. And when I want to protect and serve, and I can't, and I'm just sitting around like listening, watching, and observing, um, you feel kind of helpless in a way. That never works out well for me. Um, Here's something I learned over the years: that outer conflict always reveals inner unrest. When the world feels unstable, we look for something outside us to hold on to, something to grab onto. More information, more certainty, more explanations, like, why is this happening? And immediately I go to more spiritual tools lately: prayer, sitting still, meditating. I had a really good day today. But the main truth that I want to get to tonight is that the peace doesn't come from adding more information. It doesn't come from um, even realizing the tightness. It just creates more peace, more anxiety, and less peace. So there's um, a psychologist. Sorry, what am I thinking? Carl Jung, who spent his life studying the inner world. And one of the things that he noticed is when people feel unsafe, they don't actually become more spiritual. It's not like, poof, I'm more spiritual now. They become more defending. They defend it more, and then it's like that rabbit hole of everything else. The more you think about it, like red car, you buy yourself a new red car, and all you can think about is red cars. Or if I said, don't think about the pink elephant, you're going to think about the pink elephant. Well, when these people start thinking about the stuff that's happening outside themselves, it brings it inside, and they look really okay on the outside, but they're like me, I keep it bottled up and I'm gripping the idea that change is about to come and sometimes just not fast enough. So real spiritual maturity isn't about using reality. It's not what's happening now. It's about going inside, deep inside, and realize that all this stuff outside can't affect my inside unless I let it. I meet so many people these days that look outside to control their insides, and it's not really how it works. I got the understanding that there's dimensions, and what I mean by that is you got up and down, forward and backward, left and right, and time. So four dimensions really, but three, they call it three. And the fourth dimension has become everything inside, everything outside. So in outside and inside, outside, inside. That's the fourth dimension. And when you focus on the outside, everything inside gets tangled up. It starts to rot almost. But when you go inside and you start fixing the inside, it seems like everything outside is okay and it starts to shine. It starts to show up for you. And in reality, where our feet are is not that bad. It could be worse, always. And it could be better, always. But it is the moment we have. And that's why we took that breath in the beginning, to just get outside of that self. And when I go inside, I could actually see where I'm gripping, where I'm holding on to those old ideas, where I'm trying to control what I can't. And most importantly, I guess, where I'm consuming fear instead of choosing this present moment. Because usually, if I'm in the last minute or last hour or day or last week or my whole life in the past, if I'm in the past or I'm in the future, thinking about what I can have and what I got to do to get there, and I miss the present moment. So the gift is in the present right now, in the moment. And that's what brings peace to the world, by being able to take that anxiety and be at peace with anchoring it and understanding it. Awareness is part of it. So when everything out here is making me anxious inside, maybe I go inside and I make the inside feel better, and then all this anxiety stuff kind of literally poof, vaporizes and disappears. So faith becomes a big part in this, because if you think you can go inside and fix everything, you got to have some faith that it's going to work. But no matter however you define it, it's not certainty. It's trust without answers. Faith is trust without answers. And I love that part of this. Prayer isn't asking for outcomes. It's surrendering to the illusion of control, right? Like, we have these illusions that we can fix or do things that make everything out here okay, when in fact out here is going to happen. You got to go inside to kind of change the control or the illusion that you can control everything. And that's having faith and trust and sitting still. Stillness isn't denial. Sitting still isn't saying, okay, I'm denying what's going on out there and I'm going to go in here and just be at peace. And it's not running from what's happening out there. What it is, stillness, is strength. It's strength. It's not overreacting. It's not underreacting. As a matter of fact, it's not even reacting. It's just going inside and knowing that the inside can be okay. And that you're allowed to care without carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. So when I go inside, I realize that the weight I've been carrying isn't my burden. My burden is me and what's going on in my moment, in my present moment. So we'll wrap this whole trust thing up, that if we trust that everything's going to be okay and that the plan that God has is bigger than the plan that you have, then you know it's going to be okay. It's just going to end up being all right. The storms come, and it seems like we've made them through them. I'm in my upper 50s, and so for all those years, for some reason, I've made it through every storm or every trial, every war that's come, and I get out on the other side of it, and I become a better person. And the lessons I learn are amazing, and the tools I build are even better. So when you learn how to deal with these outside events and situations by going inside, you can level up and level up and level up. Um, so if this whole war thing stirred something up inside you today, doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're awake. Imagine being numb to the real situations. Today, don't add more. Don't fix anything. Don't figure it all out. Just release what's tightening up inside you. I have some really good breathwork videos this week about tightening and loosening and breathing it out, breathing to relax, tighten and relax, tighten and relax. It's a good exercise. Anyway, that's enough for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with the Daily Word. Monday, Tuesdays, Thursday, Fridays, and Sundays are spiritual. I like this nighttime event. Maybe we'll schedule this a little more accurately as I develop these. So check out my channel, subscribe, like, watch everything. And there's a link if you guys want to talk. It's everywhere, description, bio, one-on-one. It's free. Can't wait to hear from you. See ya.